The antiseptic smell is the first thing I notice, sharp, clean. It doesn't belong with the copper taste in my mouth. 3 stitches above my left eyebrow. The doctor said that. I watched her hands work, steady and sure, like she was mending a shirt. The numbing shots were the worst part, needles near the eye. But I sat still. I sat very still. My ribs hurt when I breathe too deep. I keep my breaths shallow. You think you're too good for this family, he said that after. His face twisted into something I'd seen before, but never aimed at me with that much heat. Usually it was for bill collectors on the phone, for my mom back when she lived with us, for cashiers who moved too slow. Last week it was for me. Pay rent or GTOT. I was sitting on the couch, fresh from urgent care. The stitches were white then, clean. I'd texted him from the waiting room, said I got cut at work, broken glass, needed stitches, be home late. He was waiting, not asking if I was okay, asking if I had his money. I said no. I said I'd have it Friday. I said I just got back from. I don't remember the slap. I remember the floor, my cheek against the linoleum, the taste of blood fresh again, like the stitches had ripped open, but they hadn't. That was new blood, from inside. He stood over me. You think you're too good for this family. I didn't answer. I couldn't. I was trying to breathe. A nurse touches my shoulder now. Someone's here to see you. Not him, 2 of them. Police. The first officer is young, early 20s. He looks at my face and his jaw tightens. The second is older, gray hair. He asks if I'm the one who called. I didn't call. Someone in the building did. The walls are thin. The older officer kneels beside the bed, lowers his voice, asks what happened. And here's the strange part. I tell him, not crying, not shaking, just telling, like I'm reading a report someone else wrote. The yelling, the slap, the floor, the blood, the words about being too good for this family. He writes it down, nods. We'll need to talk to your father. I almost laugh. Father. He's never been that. He's been the man whose name is on the lease, the man who takes my money for rent and calls it charity, the man who hits hard enough to split skin and then asks if I think I'm better than him. The young officer stays with me. The older one leaves. I hear voices down the hall, not words, tones, his voice rising. Defensive, then another voice, calm, cutting through. Then silence. 20 minutes pass. The older officer comes back. He tells me they've spoken to him. He tells me there will be paperwork. He tells me I don't have to go back there tonight. I can't go back, I say. It's the first time I've said it out loud. He nods, says there's a place. A shelter, but a good one. Safe. They have beds. They have people who can help with the next steps. If I want that. I think about my room, my things, my mother's photo on the dresser, the window that faces the parking lot. I think about the linoleum, my cheek against it, his voice above me. I want that, I say. The young officer drives me, not a cruiser, his personal car, a Honda with a child's car seat in the back. He doesn't talk much, just drives. When we stop, he writes his number on a piece of paper. If he shows up anywhere near you, call this number. Not 911, this one. I'll come. I take the paper, fold it small, put it in my pocket. The shelter is quiet. A woman with kind eyes shows me to a room, small, clean, a bed with sheets that smell like detergent, a locked door. I sit on the edge of the bed. My ribs ache, my head throbs. The stitches pull when I move. I think about the apartment, the rent I won't pay Friday. The GTOUT that finally happened, just not how either of us expected. I think about his face when the police knocked on his door. The shift from sneer to confusion to something smaller. Something that looked almost like fear. I don't feel satisfied. I don't feel free. I feel the stitches. I feel the bruised ribs. I feel the strange hollow where my home used to be. But I feel something else too. Small, quiet. Buried under everything. My hand goes to my pocket. The paper is still there. A number. A way out he can't touch. I lie back on the bed. Breathe shallow. Stare at the ceiling. Tomorrow there will be paperwork. Phone calls. Choices I never thought I'd have to make. Tonight there's just this room. This door I can lock. This silence that isn't waiting for a yell. I press my fingers against my ribs. The pain is real. It's mine. For the first time in years, that feels like enough.